Imagine, 2,000 years ago, this Roman street was full of life. Ox carts, vendors, children, soldiers, shoppers and travellers going about their business as the city of Madaba is today. Here in the Madaba Archaeological Park, you can still see evidence of Roman urban planning. This street and its structures witnessed many urban changes, as well as political and social turning points throughout history. These limestone blocks are clues through time, teaching us about life spanning the Roman, Byzantine and Islamic periods to the present day. The Madaba Archaeological Park is home to 4 of the 15 Byzantine churches in Madaba, built over 1,400 years ago. Lining both sides of this street, you can see the remains of the Church of the Virgin, the Martyrs Church, Sunnah Family Church, and the Church of the Prophet Elias. The park neighbourhood holds other important sites, notably St George's Church with its famous Mosaic map, and the Church of the Apostles. In Madaba, you will experience fine mosaic carpets, made by local artisans to permanently decorate the floors of holy and important places. These marvellous and well-preserved scenes were derived from pastoral life and feature everyday scenes of hunting, fishing, and farming, as well as from Greek mythology, telling us the story of this city and its place in the world. Here, in the Hippolytus Hall, you can feel the civic pride of the local people, who place the personification of their city, Madaba, as an equal among such great cities of antiquity as Rome and Gregoria. It also shows how deeply Greek culture had penetrated this provincial Byzantine city. Madaba has an arid environment, with only a few natural springs in the city. However, there are heavy winter rains, and over the centuries, inhabitants established elaborate systems of water harvesting and storage, the remains of which can be seen today. Communal systems and the Madaba Roman Reservoir, the largest in the Syrian region, are an example of just how well this community was organised. But the story of Madaba began long before. Since at least 3,500 BC, the fertile earth and rich grazing lands surrounding Madaba have attracted human settlement. A biblical story tells how King Mesha of Moab had to deliver a tribute of 100,000 lambs and the wool of 100,000 rams to his enemy. To celebrate his later victory over this enemy, Mesha set up his capital city, Theban, an inscribed stone recounting his achievement. This stela is of black basalt stone, with 32 lines of writing, documenting the biblical king as a historical one, and giving rich details on history, religion, geography and language of the Moabite people. Madaba rose in prominence after Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire. By the 6th century AD, the city had become an important regional centre, managed by local bishops who constructed many richly decorated churches. These churches and other buildings from Madaba's golden age testify to the city's Christian identity as a bishopric centre and as a major stop on the Christian pilgrimage route. Mosaic inscriptions revealed that the Christian community living in this area was both educated and dedicated to supporting its church. As throughout the world, wealthy local families sponsored church construction. Women as well as men from prosperous families donated funds. The inscriptions in the Church of the Virgin tell us that it was an offering by the whole community. As they put it, the people of Madaba who love Christ. Since the 7th and 8th century, Madaba's Muslims and Christians have been living peacefully together, with acceptance and understanding, while proudly presenting their shared heritage. Christianity and Islam have flourished side by side right up to the present day. In fact, even soon after the Muslim Arabs conquered the region, and as Madaba passed under their control, new churches were built and fine mosaics continued to be produced, especially during the role of the 7th century Umayyad Caliphate. The so-called burnt palace, possibly a bishop's residence, continued to be used throughout the tolerant Umayyad period and beyond. The latest dated mosaic pavement in Jordan, in the Church of the Virgin, dated 767 AD, shows that almost 130 years after the arrival of Muslims, there was still a Christian community in Madaba sufficiently prosperous to build a church. The Madaba area gradually declined in importance, and very little is known about the town from the 9th to the 19th century. In the 1880s, Arab Christian tribes emigrated from Karak in the south of Jordan and resettled in Madaba. As they built their houses and churches, they came upon many Byzantine mosaics, including a great treasure, the 6th century mosaic map of the Holy Land in the original Byzantine church of St. George. This is the earliest map of the Holy Land to survive from antiquity. It is a real geographical and topographical map, representing the area extending from Tyre, southern Lebanon, in the north to the Nile Delta in the south, and from the Palestine coast in the west to Rabbah, Areopolis and Karak in the east. You can locate Jerusalem at its centre. When it was complete, the 93 square metre mosaic had more than 1,116,000 pieces, called tares. It would have taken one person at least 2 years to complete it. Unfortunately, Philadelphia, Amman, and virtually all of the territory north of Wadi Mujib, Arnon, including Madaba, are now missing. However, it remains one of the most famous mosaic pavements among the many masterpieces, which rightfully make Madaba the city of mosaics. Madaba has evolved from a crossroad on a trade route to a pilgrim route, and later a modern tourist trail. Visiting Madaba's surrounding region, you can discover Mount Nebo to the west, Wadi Mujib and Al Rasas to the south, and Hispan to the north, and other important neighbouring Holy Land sites, such as the Dead Sea and the Bethany baptism site. Madaba still welcomes travellers, local visitors and foreign tourists alike for street strolls, short weekends, eating out and nighttime entertainment. Madaba's hospitality shines through its tasty local cuisine. All of Madaba's main attractions are centrally located within easy walking distance of the visitor centre and archaeological park. Rare among antiquity sites in Jordan, past and present, are tightly woven into the fabric of this gently bustling modern town. Mosaics tell stories of Madaba and the region, of life and spirituality over thousands of years, and we're still learning from them. The Madaba Institute for Mosaic Art and Restoration is the first of its kind in this region, training young Jordanians to create and care for mosaics to continue this beautiful tradition. As you walk through its streets, visit the historic sites, or shop and meet the local people, you will discover a timeless and welcoming city. The mosaics of Madaba, located in the heart of the Holy Lands of Jordan, connects the people and religions that have shaped our history for millennia and continue to influence our lives today.